Welcome back, everybody, to Warriors of the Rainbow Spiritual Guidance YouTube channel. As always, my name is Jason, and I will be your guide. What's up, everybody? As you can see, I have decided to show my face again. I just feel it's going to be better. I feel like that will allow you guys to see the truth come out of me in a different way. If I do look over here a little bit, it's because the computer screen's there, and I'm going to try to not do that, so I'm looking more at the camera. But I feel like this will be more intimate, and especially for this message. So for all those that have been following me, you may have been noticing that I was kind of riding a wave there. I had to go through some stuff in order for this veil to be lifted. The pendulum was swinging, and during your spiritual awakening and your journey, what ends up happening is you ride the waves. You ride them until you get to the point of truth. I have so much truth to pour out on you guys. I have so much channeled messages. To be honest with you, I don't even know where to start, because I don't even know what kind of video this is going to be. If it's going to be a reading, if it's going to be mostly just channeled messages, because I just know I'm supposed to create this video. I have so much truth pouring out right now. I guess that's where I'm going to start. That's where kind of where they're wanting me to start. Real quick though, guys, thank you for being here on this journey with me. For all you that are returning, I appreciate you truly. For any of you that are new, welcome to the tribe. But no matter how or when you get here, you're meant to be here, okay? These are timeless messages. They're channeled. There is no time. There's an illusion. Everything is now. So when you're here is when you're meant to be here. The energy may be reversed. I may be saying things that don't fully apply to you, but they could apply to something around you, okay? You'll have to use your own intuition and discernment, placing them where they apply. If they do apply, I ask that you like the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I have noticed a decrease in my numbers. I don't know why that's happening, but I was steadily rising, and then I steadily went fall, which, okay, I do know why. Because of that dark night of the soul type thing that I went through when I went down, what ended up happening was everything is going to mirror you. It's going to mirror your energy and your imprint. Therefore, since I was projecting a decrease in my vibration, everything outside of that had to literally orchestrate a mirror, because everything is a mirror, okay? So I'm back. You're going to tell. You're going to know from here on out. So I do have a favor. If you guys could please like, comment, and share. The comments help the algorithms. The shares help the channel grow, okay? And be patient. Watch these entire videos, okay? Because there's so much truth in them. If you're watching a little bit of it and you're missing most of it, you're not able to see all of it, okay? So I ask you to be patient and to take time out to watch this video. If you can't watch the whole thing, that's okay, but just try to be patient and try to hear this out, because there's some important truths that are going to come out of this reading, and I don't want you to miss that. So where do I start, Spirit? Okay. Right now, we know what's going on in the cosmos, right? You are seeing a shift. There is the equal in time and light and dark, right? And then it's decreasing, right? The light is decreasing. It's becoming more equal, right? It's becoming, well, it was more equal. Essentially, you have your right brain and your left brain. Synchronization. The moon and the sun. The feminine and the masculine. Everything is a polarity. In the Bible, there is a talk about the mark of the beast. We're in the number 666. Number of 666. 6 is the number of man. Man. Perception. Feminine or masculine. 3666. Through the perception on the forehead, the mark on the forehead, the perception, it's also 3 eyes, so 3666, 369, right? The perception that you're looking through is going to be the perception you are going to see. It's going to be mirrored. The perception that you're emitting is going to be mirrored. Mark in the forehead in the right hand. The right hand represents the left brain, as the left brain operates the right hand. It's the masculine, it's the control dominant side. Got to make everything this way and that way, and everybody's going to be molded to that. Yes, to the way that side of the brain wants it to be in control. Dominance. That is the beast. Okay? Also, there is a mark on the forehead, which is a good mark. It is also on the forehead, and that is the right side of the brain. Okay? This is important right now. Veil. The word veil is an anagram. It is an anagram for evil or live. It is that way on purpose. The perception that you are looking through, if you look through the eyes of evil, if you believe that you are a victim, you are then not connected to spirit or source. You are then, because of that emission you're emitting that frequency, that vibration, everything outside of you is going to mirror that. You can't say you believe in demons and a spiritual warfare, which, yes, it is a spiritual warfare, and I'm going to explain that why here in a second. But you can't say you're connected with source. You can't contradict the belief. Fear is the ego. It's the persona. So when you come down here, and why they say down here? Because it's a third density vibration. Okay? You're coming down to this vibration. When you're born, you're at a high vibration of truth, at your true essence, your purity, your innocence. In the Bible, it talks about Adam and Eve hiding in the bush because they were naked. Okay? They were born, and then they had received the ego, the false persona. That belief that they did something wrong. The belief in evil. The belief in evil creates a separation. It's not, and who said that? There is no right or wrong, there's only perception. It's perception. So if you're looking through the eyes of the victim, right, you are not saying you are power. You're not realizing your power, and you're saying you're separated from Creator. Fear is the ego. Now, why is the ego creating fear? Because it knows that it's dying. That's partly it, but it's because it was there to protect you. Fear in all these programmings and neural pathways that were created are created to protect you. They're picked up upon, when you're born, you're programmed, right? In the Bible, it talks about taking the precepts of your father, right? Yeah, that's what happens, and it's through generations that you are going to carry on that lineage. You're going to carry on that energy. You're going to carry on those experiences through your DNA, through your vibration, because it's a vibration, it attaches. Now, I don't know exactly how to explain all the details to this, but Spirit is telling me that this is big enough of a truth for you. Because what I'm getting here is a lot of you guys are looking out through the perception of victimhood. You're believing, you're saying a lot of stuff, you're repeating truths that you're picking up, like you're picking up pieces and you're repeating it, but deep down in your core and your being, you're not owning it as truth. Believe means I live, right? If you believe it, you live it. Walking the walk, walking the talk, right? Not talking the talk, but also walking it. You're not a victim. There is no separation. There is no evil. There is no evil. Now, there is evil because the belief in it creates it, right? The perception and then the action. The survival mind creates survival mind. But you have been chosen. If you are receiving this truth, you have been chosen. You have obtained the level of awareness that is not in the ego. It's truth. Okay, so now that you know this, you're not your ego. Those thoughts inside your head that you're having, that's your ego. Your ego is constantly judging the world and trying to fix things, and it's made to take in information. So a lot of you guys are going through this reprogramming, the word recalibration. You're being recalibrated, and right now, what does the season say, right? In the fall, the leaves fall and they land in the ground, and then the ground absorbs all the leaves. It freezes and then they regrow, right? So right now we are shedding. We're shedding the ego, the programs. We're shedding the areas of what we just went through in the cycles we went through, and now we're going to start coming out of the cocoon starting to be made, so that we can come out, and then in spring season we can manifest, or we can plant seeds, right? So right now we're actually planting seeds. We're actually tending, and we're actually recalibrating. We're recuperating. We're going within. This is a great time to start asking those big questions, because right now you're highly connected to spirit. Death and new beginnings. Death is required. Death is not. You can't avoid death in the physical, but in reality you don't die. Energy is forever. It never dies. So when you get angry and you argue with somebody, that's creating energy. It actually attaches. Why Jesus said, you already killed them in your heart. You murdered because you're murdered in your heart. The heart, the vibration, the frequency. Okay? So that is something that gets huge for you guys right now. Like, to understand that the veil is being lifted, and a lot of you are starting to awaken into this truth. But I can tell you this: if you believe that you have to fear demons, you have to fear people, that there's a chance that there's a hell to be created, you're far from. You're separated. You're not separated, but the illusion, the veil, you're operating in the veil. You'll know, right? And also be aware of ravaging wolves wearing sheep clothing, right? Wolves wearing sheep clothing that are ravaging within, because that's when you're watching stuff on YouTube and you're falling into like the world domination, new world order, all this and this and this and this and this and this. You're totally missing that. That's the perception of this side of the mind, okay? Because it's not the perception of truth. You cannot. The universal laws state, as within, so without, as above, so below. At what measure you give, so at the measure you shall receive. It's called the law of karma. So if there's a law of karma, who's in control? How can you be murdered by somebody without first violating or doing something to go against that law? I'll give you an example. I follow a YouTube artist, and she was talking about how, this was like a month ago, about how she got a phone call from her old roommate, and while she was living there, the heat was all messed up, and he didn't believe her. Why am I bringing that up? Because it's funny, because I had a reading of hers pop up on my timeline today, and things she was saying was resonating, okay? And it actually sparked something in me, and I found a synchronicity in it, in that story with the heat. Because last year I lived in another house. Many of you guys know I live at a sober living house. I'm now going to be a house manager to the new one they bought. But last year I was living there, and this house had heat, right? And I had the only room that had control of a couple rooms upstairs for the heat. And one of the guys asked me if I could turn it down. He was a good friend of mine, but this is when I was like going through my awakening and, not self-sacrificing when I should have. He was like asking me to do it, and I didn't. Well, we have moved from another house to this new house that we're at now, and he came with me. He's actually the house manager. I followed him here. And this year, in my room, the thing is busted. And it's always running. And now I have to go down and turn the heat down, but he told me not to do that, to leave it where it's at. The karma. It took a year to come, but it came back. So it's a perfect example, you guys. You can't believe that there's demons and evil beings that are coming to get you. That there's something outside of consciousness in control. There is one consciousness. That one consciousness is in control. You can't control anybody else, but you can control your vibration. And by controlling your vibration, you then control what happens to you on some level. Second, if you're watching and believing into that lie, because it's this side of the brain reading its scripture and translating a perception of that side of the brain, okay? That fear is a lie. Do you see what I hope you guys are getting it, because I'm starting to get fog-brained here for a second. I have so much channeled stuff, but I think I'm just going to make this a video about what I'm talking about here. Is the veil, the veil that's being removed here, because it is. This is a truth. This is a liberating truth here that you guys really need to understand. You are a conqueror. If you have obtained this awareness of being and you understand that you control your outcome by your energy, your vibration, and you recognize that the ego is the false, the illusion that's within you, the voice within you, you can then laugh at it and you can reprogram it. And that's what you're here to do. You're here right now to break generational curses, to shift the world, and to bring it into a more harmonious cycle. Yes, you guys, there are people in this side of the brain that control and dominate and want this and that to happen. But it's not going to happen because we're here in this side of the brain and this side of the brain unified into here. Unification, equal of light and darkness, the middle way. You have nothing to fear. You are not the ego. You are not the trauma. You are not the pain. Your body feels pain, not you. Right now, like this song right here, green lights. It is time for you to create. It's time for you to open the heart to the world. It's time for you not to get offended by those that are still in here. It's time for love. It's time for a change in perception. You guys know I channel through music. It doesn't just come up like that on accident. It comes up on purpose. Because everything is consciousness. Everything is energy. Nothing is separated. There is only a veil, an illusion. That's the separation. You're not separated. In the Bible, they talk about the story of the 2 fish and the 5 loaves of bread. Jesus was a representation of Pisces. I know, I believe. Pisces. I am a Pisces sun and a Pisces ascendant. Why am I bringing that up? Because Pisces is, when you obtain a Pisces sun, an ascended sign, you have gone very far on your evolutionary journey. And I would say evolution because that's a whole nother time. But you have lived many lives. You're heavily connected. The hangman is a representation of bringing wisdom down to earth. Right? That's why it's hung upside down. The 2 fish is about perception. When you're going up current, right, it's the opposite. It's this side. When you're going down current and you're going with the water, you're on this side of the brain, right? There's a polarity and everything. I don't know why. Now I'm going in tangents, but I just wanted to tell you guys this. I'm going to end this video. This is going to be called The Veil and the Illusion. Hopefully you guys watch it. Please like, comment, share, and share this video. I know I didn't have it all orchestrated and written out, which, you know, I think I'm going to take a class on how to make video, get better at making videos and how to type this stuff out. But it's hard because when you start channeling, it just comes and it's so hard to get it out. And you know what I mean? I would need somebody here writing as I'm sharing and then helping me deliver that message. So let me know if anybody would be interested in helping with that. Let me know if you resonate with this message, and then Yeah, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Remember, you guys, I am doing a buy one, get one free private reading, private sessions for $55, a lifetime good. You guys, if you could share these videos and get people to come and make them aware of this channel. Together, if we are together, we're stronger. And these are really powerful truths that are coming out. They're coming out of all of us, okay? We're doing amazing right now. The world is beautiful, you guys. It really is. Look through the perception of beauty. Look, the other side. Yeah, see, the other side of the veil. I can't make it up. I don't channel from the illusion. I channel from the other side. And yes, I can also channel from the illusion as well. And I've done it. But I do it with humility and I admit that stuff. Okay? You are kin. Holy crap, I didn't even talk about that. Oh, I guess I got to talk about that real quick too then, because holy moly, so there is so much. See what I mean? So I watched this movie, Kin. I did post it on the Facebook channel. You guys should check it out. It's on YouTube. You should really check it out. Very esoteric. Also the movie Fountain. Another very esoteric. Those movies that pop up on your timeline, you guys, they're sometimes, if you're alert, they're there for a reason. Well, in this movie, there was this father who, and this kid, this adopted black little boy, who was living with his father because his mother died. His brother, or half-brother, adopted brother, he just got home out of prison. All right? And the black kid was getting in trouble, and like, instead of going to school, he was going to get metal. Okay? He was scrapping metal. Metal, magnets, metal, lead, right? Copper, wire, copper. What is copper, you guys? It's all there. It creates electricity. It creates current. Well, he finds this, comes across in this abandoned building. He finds this gun, and like, it's from these people who are from another planet who traveled through portals. Okay, and to make a long story short, at the end of the movie, this kid finds out that, and it's funny because he had it in his right hand. Wow, if I remember correctly, was it his right hand or his left hand? He had this symbol. You have to check it out. It's a representation of the ego and the portal and realizing that he's not from here, right? It was a representation awakening from the ego. And same thing with the fountain. Because that's what we're in right now, you guys. We're in that stage. We're in that process of awakening. What was the year 2020? What is 2020? 2020 vision? 2020 vision, you guys. Balance, synchronization, right, left hemisphere synchronization. It's a perception. It's able to see. It's spiritual eye awakening. Many are able to see. We are in the Garden of Eden. There is no separation. Heaven is here. This is everything. You just can't see it, but it is. Okay, I also got some other downloads, which I'm going to stop here. I just want you guys to know the veil is being lifted. You are one with the source of all things. Get out there, create. It is time for you to claim your kinship. I love you guys. I'm sending you so much love and light. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. From my sacred heart to your sacred heart. Namaste.